We love when he's here because he has the best guac on the planet. He's been honored by the James Beard Foundation 8 times and has been a star of the Chicago food scene for over 30 years. Welcome back. I'm out of breath, Chef Rick Bayless.
You guys really did it.
Yes, we did.
Oh my God, that was so much fun.
Yeah, we could have used you. We could have used you out there.
I would have been right out there on the street with you.
Yeah, instead of throwing
at least giving you some food or something.
Right,
I don't know.
Instead of water
Ooh,
bottles.
a margarita would have been nice.
No, you never would have gotten back, okay? You never would have gotten back.
Well, we mentioned your guac, and
Yes.
you just did a master class.
Yes, at the National Restaurant Association show that's here in Chicago. It brings about 100,000 people into Chicago, which we love every year, and it's at McCormick. It's just such an incredible show for those of us that are in the industry, but they do these really cool master classes all day long. So I did one. We had about 500 people come to it, and I went through all of the details of how to make a really amazing guacamole and then all kinds of variations on that. And I'm going to give you just a little tiny bit of what I did at that class.
You are so kind to give away your good recipe.
Well, no, this is what, if I can share it with people, I'm really, really happy.
I love
So
that.
first of all, if you're going to do guacamole, you got to have avocados, right?
Of course.
Okay.
You got to have a good one, too.
You got to have a good one, and it's got to be really ripe. It can't just be sort of ripe, and it certainly can't be rock hard. And when you press on the big end of it, that's when it'll tell you if it's ready for guacamole.
I never knew that.
Okay?
Wait,
Most people.
What's it going to tell you?
Well, it's it's not
gonna say,
yes,
I'm
yeah,
ready for
guacamole.
the guacamole.
Uh-oh. Now it's getting weird. Okay. Most people pick it up and they feel it right here and they go, oh yeah, I think it's ready. But if it's not soft there, it's not really ready for making guacamole.
Okay, got it.
And then, of course, you cut around the pit and back up and twist the two sides apart like that. Get this pit out. Then you scoop all of the flesh into the bowl. And you've got to season it with salt and with lime juice. I'm going to sprinkle salt over the top of it. And then I'm going to use a Mexican lime juicer to squeeze a little bit of lime juice into it. Okay. Now, what this does is to actually crush the lime in here, releasing all of the oils on the outside of the lime. That's where all the lime flavor is. So that mixes into the juice, and it'll be the most delicious lime juice that you've ever had. So you squeeze a little bit of that in there. And then you just mix all of that up. You've got a seasoned mashed base here.
Do you put any pepper or anything in there?
Well, okay, this is just our start, okay?
Let me slow
just
down.
the base. So we've got the seasoned base here, and then we add what we're going to put into it to give it that classic guacamole flavor. And usually it's 4 things: tomatoes, onions, cilantro, and green chili. Same things that go into a chopped tomato salsa, right?
Okay.
None of that is here, okay?
No.
I'm going to go a different direction here.
Okay.
And I'm going to show you what actually is one of my very favorite guacamoles, and it's made with tomatillos instead of tomatoes. Over here we've got some tomatoes, but the tomatillo is right in that, right there. And it comes in a papery husk, and I like to roast them. In fact, for this guacamole, I'm going to roast everything. So what I have here is roasted tomatillos, roasted green chilies. This is a serrano, but you could use a jalapeno for this, depending on how spicy you want it.
Right.
A little bit of roasted garlic, and then that all goes into a blender, and it gets blended to a kind of coarse puree. To that, I've added a little bit of chopped cilantro and a little bit of fresh onion to it. So instead of the tomatoes, green chili, cilantro, and onion, I'm going to put this mixture in here. If you don't want to go to all that work, this is a shameless plug. We also make this wonderful stuff in a pouch here that is guacamole seasoning that you can buy at your local grocery store, and then all you have to do. And it makes this particular, this is the mixture. It looks just like the one that I made.
I'd rather do this then.
Yeah.
Okay, well,
Simple.
you can do that.
I'm sorry. Thank you for your shameless plug, but this is beneficial for working, busy mothers.
It helps a lot of,
does.
people out. Okay,
Thank you.
so we've done all of that. And making my favorite guacamole with that, stir it all together. And then I'm going to put that into a bowl here. And then I'm going to do something to this that you don't have to do, but I think it's welcome pretty much by everybody, and that is to sprinkle some bacon on the top of it.
Bacon?
Okay, you guys have been running the streets of Chicago.
That's right.
You deserve bacon this morning, right?
We're calorically deficient at the moment.
Okay, I just think the smokiness of it goes very good with the avocado and the roastiness of those tomatillos and green chili that I had there. And that's kind of it.
Look at
so
that. Val,
I
you
know
tried.
you're like the guacamole expert here.
Yes,
so
I am.
You have to tell me what you think of that one. Now you can have some since you're the loser.
Since we're the losers. Thanks for rubbing it in. Thanks for rubbing it in. We've already filed an appeal, by the way, Rick.
Yes, I'm sure you have. I could see that when you ran up there and grabbed that.
The trophy?
Yeah, it's like I could
wasn't
see
a sore loser.
no, not at all.
not
You're
competitive
gonna
at
go
all.
back for a second
you
there.
know
Okay.
I am.
Wow.
That makes me really, really
I'm
happy.
the guac aficionado. Look at that big
Okay.
spoon.
This is delicious.
So it's a very different kind of guacamole, but the smokiness that you get from these ingredients to me is really beautiful with avocado. And if you've ever had a BLT sandwich with a slice of avocado in it, it's super delicious. And that's what encouraged me to put the bacon here on this because I think it works really well, right?
Never
It's
in a million years would I have thought to put the bacon on top of the guacamole.
but it's so good. And when you're going to have a party and you really want to do something special, this is a guacamole that you can put out and everybody's going to love it because it's a little different, but it's so welcome.
Yeah, tell me this. Where does a guy who has got as many James Beard nominations and awards as you have, where are you eating these days?
Where am I eating? In my home? No. I go out, but because I'm in the restaurant business, I'm just like everybody else. I got to get to all the new places. So it's like I've got this long list.
So what's your top 3? What you like in these last few days?
Oh my gosh. Okay, so
Top five.
You're gonna make me in a really bad place here. Okay, so I'm gonna say for fine dining, Oriole is an amazing restaurant that is very much worth going to. If you like Japanese food, Momotaro, but especially the part below, it's called the izakaya, and that is really delicious, very casual, and I just love what they're doing down there. And then I think my other one would have to be there's a place called Smith and the Loyalist, and I went to Smith the other day for my daughter's birthday with that, and everybody tells me, now you got to go back and eat at Loyalist, which is very casual. And these are all sort of right down in the South Loop now where we have a new restaurant. Yeah,
nice.
South Loop, I meant to say West Loop, excuse me.
Yeah, that's okay.
West
I love
Loop,
that
it's loopy.
Tell us about your new restaurant in the West Loop.
Yes, ours is Linea Brava. That's all wood fired, and you can find things like this there.
All right.
Yeah.
And quickly, your charity?
Okay, our charity is the Frontera Farmer Foundation. We have been over a dozen years giving out small grants to Midwest family farms to help make them more profitable and productive. We just gave away $300,000, which makes it well over $2 million that we have invested in local family farms, and we are really excited about being able to create more local agriculture.
We love when you're here, Rick. You can visit any of Rick's 5 restaurants in Chicago and get his Frontera products, as you saw at grocery stores. But right now, Rick is giving one lucky audience member dinner for 2 at one of his fine dining locations. $200 value.
Wow.
Number 30. Congratulations.
All right.
Cool.
Thank
Team
you.
Ryan.
Team Ryan, there you go. I rigged it.